Well, that's next week. Well, happy Easter. Maybe I'm being a bit presumptuous there, though. Maybe I should ask you, how are you feeling today? Are you excited that it's Easter? Do you have any trouble sleeping last night because you were looking forward to the worship or the big family gathering you're going to have? How about the kids? Did they wake up early wanting to look for Easter eggs or baskets filled with candy? Easter is one of the happiest times of the year. I have so many good Easter memories, especially of the Easter sunrise services. You ever go to a sunrise service? Anybody ever go to a sunrise service? All right, so a lot of people have. Well, they've been special for me for a long time because a sunrise service was the very first time I preached. I don't know why they asked the teens to do the sunrise service because 6 o'clock in the morning is not the best time when you're a teenager. But I can tell you, on that Sunday, I didn't have to worry about oversleeping. I was so excited. The next time I preached at a sunrise service, it was in the cemetery of Soapstone United Methodist Church in North Carolina. And it was a warm morning, almost hot. The flowers were blooming. It was gorgeous. And it just seemed so right to be standing in the cemetery, celebrating the resurrection, singing, "Christ the Lord is risen today." The last sunrise service I went to was held around tables. The tables were in the fellowship hall, and they were in the form of a cross. And there were flowers on the table as well, and there were eggs and candy and fruit bowls and donuts and pastries of all kinds. And we had the service around the table as we ate. Oh, there's so many good memories with those sunrise services. Those are happy times. And it's not sunrise now, but I am still excited this morning that it's Easter. And I hope you are too. It's so great to be together with all of you and to have you joining us online. It is a great joy here on Easter morning. And don't worry, yes, we are going to sing "Christ the Lord is risen today." It's coming up a little later. We'll get to it. I hope you're excited about Jesus and the resurrection this morning. And I hope that you're feeling great. But I know that may not be the way it is for you. It certainly wasn't the first Easter. The first Easter was far from great. And for you, it may not be so great this morning. The calendar may say Easter, but your rent might say overdue. You might worry about what the stock market swings will mean for your retirement or the results of your medical tests. Your body may hurt, your mind may be troubled, and you need healing of either or both. You're anxious about a big decision or a big challenge in your life, and if not for you, maybe for someone who's close to you. You know it's Easter, and it's supposed to be all pastel colors and chocolate bunnies and happy families eating ham dinners, but that may not be your Easter today. Well, remember, it wasn't the first Easter either. The first Easter began in darkness and fear, with the women going to the tomb to take care of a dead body and the disciples hiding behind locked doors for fear that they would be the next to die. Easter is for everyone who lives in fear, everyone who needs to break through from the crushing anxiety or all the thoughts and the circumstances that hold us back. Easter is for everyone who needs to hear, "Do not be afraid. Peace be with you." All through Lent, we've been looking at different sayings of Jesus and at children's games that are metaphors for what Jesus tells us. And today, the sayings are, "Do not be afraid," and "Peace be with you." Jesus' words on Easter. And the game is Red Rover. Now, last week, I kind of struck out. Most people didn't know the floor is lava game. But how many of you know Red Rover? Okay. All right, we got more hands on. The goal of Red Rover is to break through a line of opposing players. You look ahead and you see those against you holding hands in a line. And one of them calls out, Red Rover, send so-and-so on over. And if they call your name, you have to run towards that opposing line. And if you're able to break through, then you get to take one of those people back with you and to be with you on your side. But if not, if you can't break through, then they have captured you and you are stuck there and you have to join their line. It looks a little bit like this video coming up here. So you get the point. Now that's the game. But in real life, we face an even more opposing line. Sin and death and fear and anxiety and depression join hands to form a line against us. And like in Red Rover, they want to capture us. They want to hold us back. They want to never let us go. And they call out our name, Red Rover, come on over. But Jesus stepped into our place. Jesus took our place. When he went to the cross for us, he took our place in the game, and with his resurrection, he broke through the power of sin and death. He destroyed our fears. He sets us free and takes us by the hand and leads us back with him to be with him. Fear can't hold us back anymore. Sin can't hold us back anymore. Death can't hold us back anymore because Jesus lives. Listen to the story of the resurrection in Matthew 28. Matthew 28, verses 1 through 8. After the Sabbath, at dawn on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. There was a violent earthquake, for an angel of the Lord came down from heaven and going to the tomb rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. The guards were so afraid of him that they shook and became like dead men. The angel said to the woman, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you're looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he has risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead and is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you." So the women hurried away from the tomb, afraid yet filled with joy, and ran to tell his disciples. Easter morning begins in fear. The guards are lying on the ground, quivering in fear. The women are shaken too, because the tomb is empty. What's happened to Jesus? Can it really be true, as the angel said, that he is not here, he's risen? In Jerusalem, there's a site called the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And that site marks the traditional spot of the burial tomb of Jesus. Now, it's an unusual church because it's not run by any one denomination. The Roman Catholics have a part, the Greek Orthodox have a part, the Armenian Apostolic, the Coptic, Syriac, and the Ethiopian Orthodox churches all have a part of that building. But under the big dome of that church, in the center of that, is a smaller shrine that sits over the traditional burial place of Jesus. And in 2016, they needed to do some repair work on that small shrine. And so they dug up the floor. And they actually found a stone burial slab from the time of Jesus cut out of the rock underneath the floor there. Now, you can't see it anymore because they covered it back up. They replaced the floor. but this is most likely the place where his body lay. Now, of course, since it has a big church building over it, doesn't look anything like a tomb that we imagine from back in the time. But nearby, there's another tomb called the Garden Tomb. And this one hasn't been built over, and so it looks just like you would imagine, down to the track that the rock rolled in to seal the tomb. And whether Jesus was buried here or not, or in some other place, this place was the one that touched me most of all the places in Israel that I visited. One morning on a church trip there, we were able to have worship in the garden next to this tomb. And it was even more exciting and more moving than all of those sunrise services, because this was the actual Holy Land where Jesus walked. And I remember stepping into the garden tomb and looking at the slab there where they laid the body. And it left me trembling. And when I turned around, I didn't see an angel, but I did see a sign on the door that said, "He is not here, for he is risen." The whole point of the tomb on Easter is that he's not there. So we don't need to go to Israel to find Jesus. He is risen and with us, even here, this Easter, in Hastings, Minnesota, or wherever you are. He is risen. And he says to you and me, do not be afraid. I'll continue with Matthew's story. Suddenly Jesus met them. "Greetings," he said. They came to him, clasped his feet, and worshiped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me." Do not be afraid. No matter what you're feeling today or what you'll face tomorrow, do not be afraid. Jesus is risen. And he does more than just tell us not to be afraid. He gives us his peace that allows us to break through our fears and to live victoriously. On the night before he went to the cross, Jesus told them, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid." And now on Easter morning, the risen Jesus finds them cowering in fear behind locked doors. So he gives them his peace again. It's in John's story of Easter. On the evening of that first day of the week, when the disciples were together with the doors locked for fear of the Jewish leaders, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." After he said this, he showed them his hands and his side. The disciples were overjoyed when they saw the Lord. Again, Jesus said, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, I am sending you." I'm sending you, he says. I'm sending you to break through all that would hold you back. And I'm sending you so that others can be freed as well and brought back to my side to be with me, says Jesus. It's like Red Rover. Jesus busted through the chains of sin and death and fear and anxiety and discouragement and doubt, and he said, "This one is mine. This one is mine. This one is mine. This one is mine. You are free. You are free. You are free. Come with me. And I give you a peace that passes all understanding, a peace that the world cannot give. Do not be afraid. Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, so I'm sending you out from this Easter to break through the chains and to set others free to come join me." Easter began in darkness and fear, only for them to discover that Jesus is risen. And because Jesus is risen, the chains are broken, the fear is gone, the walls overcome, the challenge is met, Death is defeated, hope is restored, victory is won, and the rules of the game have changed. We now play a different version of Red Rover. When we look ahead of us, we no longer see a line of fears trying to hold us back. We just see Jesus with his arms held wide open, ready to give us a hug and to fill us with peace. A peace that passes all understanding because it's the peace of our risen Savior. Jesus says, don't be afraid. Peace be with you. So happy Easter. Happy Easter to all of you. Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. Let us pray. Jesus, today we reflect on all that you have done for us out of your great, great love. It's hard to believe that you would go through the cross and all of that you would take our place in this game that leads to death so that we might have life. Break through our fears even now. Fill us with peace and raise us to new life.